All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are continuing with our Greek mythology today. We are going to continue with the same objective that we had yesterday, which is being able to identify what Prometheus and Pandora's, the myth of Prometheus and Pandora is trying to explain. So make sure you're keeping that in the back of your mind as we're reading through this and talking through these. We're gonna, before we get started in the whole thing, we're gonna stop and review. What do we know so far that the myth explains? What is the myth trying to explain to us so far? So we can even go back in the text and look. So let's see. So far the myth is explained about how Prometheus and Epimetheus created, how humans came, and how animals came to the earth, right? That's what it's explained so far. And so I told you your assignment was to explain that as well as retell the story. So if I were retelling it, oops, that was the other story. I would talk about how we first meet Prometheus and Epimetheus, who are the creators of humans and animals, right? That's what happened at the very beginning. I would talk about how Zeus thought the animals were great things that were part of the world, but he questioned the humans and if they were even worth having. I would even talk about how Prometheus tries to plead with Zeus how wonderful the humans could be and how they needed fire to make them better, right? That's an important part of this story and when we're retelling it. So is this part. Remember, Prometheus goes and steals fire, so that would be part of my retell. So then, even though Zeus told him no, there's my transition, even though Zeus told him no, he decided to go get fire on his own and give it to the humans. And when Zeus found out, he was angry and he punished him. And we ended with, our retell would end right now with Zeus decided to also punish the humans by creating a new human named Pandora in a box. And so where we are right now is about to find out more about her. So here we go. This is where we left off. Remember, he created Pandora. She had the power of persuasion, and Zeus wanted someone who would possess all of the most wonderful characteristics, which is who Pandora is right here. And make sure if you have your list in front of you that you're adding Pandora on that list as well. All right. So here she is with her box. Let's find out what's about to happen. So she was created and Zeus decided to finally send her down to the earth with the closed box as a gift to Epimetheus. Before sending Pandora, Zeus warned her to never open the box. Do you guys remember what was in the box? Or do you have a guess of what was in the box? I don't think it's going to be, because remember, this box is supposed to punish them, punish the humans. And also, do you think it's fair? I mean, I just had this thought, and sometimes readers stop and think. So do you think it's fair that Zeus decided to punish the humans? Because they had fire? He punished Prometheus, but then he also decided to punish the humans. Do you think that was fair, that the humans got punished for having fire when really Prometheus gave it to him? What do you think about that? All right, so he sent Pandora down to Earth with the closed box as a gift to Epimetheus. Before sending her, Zeus warned her to never open the box. Pandora, however, desired to know what was in the box. She fought against her curiosity, but day after day, night after night, the question nibbled away at her. Pandora would often sit and look at the box, wondering, wanting to open it, but always stopping herself. What do you guys think? Do you think she's going to open the box? Would you open the box? Would you want to know what was in it? I would. It would drive me nuts to have a box in my hand and not know what was in it. I would have to know. I would probably open it. One day, when none of the housekeepers or servants were around, Pandora went to gaze at the box. Based on the way it is used in the sentence, what do you think gaze means when she gazes at the box? What do you think that means? Let me read the sentence again. One day, when none of the housekeepers or servants were around, Pandora went to gaze at the box. Yep, it means to just sit there and look at it, just looking at the box, wondering, thinking about what could be in there. Finally, she thought, surely one little peek cannot hurt. She stood up and studied the closed box one last time before she took a deep breath and opened the lid. Oh no, you guys, she did it. Let's stop and look at the picture. Using the picture, let's make a prediction. There we go. What do you think is coming out of this box? Oh, look at the faces and the darkness. Look at all of that. So do you think what's coming out of this box is good or evil? Oh man. Out of the box burst all of the frightening, saddening, anger-causing, terrifying evils and sorrows. Greed, hate, anger, pain, disease, disaster, and death swarmed from the box and around Pandora. She tried so hard to shove them back inside the box, but she was too late. They flew in all directions. Oh my gosh, how do you think Pandora felt right now? How would you feel if that was you? If you knew you weren't supposed to open the box and you opened it and all this bad stuff came flying up out of it. Ugh, I would feel really bad. I would feel like scared and nervous. If Zeus found out, what was he gonna do? What did this mean? By the time Pandora was able to replace the lid back on the box, only one thing remained: hope. So looking at this picture, I feel like using the clues, this right here, the yellow ball, would be the hope thing that remained. But everything else is all the negative stuff, the bad stuff that flew in every direction that she was not able to get. So now, going back to what our objective is, thinking about what Prometheus and Pandora's myth explains, what does this explain? This tells us about something that was created and put out into the world. I want you to think about that. Think about that for a second. What does this explain so far? So if it were me, I would be talking about what happened where Pandora decided to open the box, because before the box, did all this stuff exist? Hush. Hey, hush. Before the box, did all of this stuff exist in the world? Let's go back to the text and read what it says. The text said, greed, hate, anger, pain, disease, disaster, and death swarmed from the box. So before she opened the box, did all of that stuff exist in the world? It didn't. So what does that mean? What is this myth trying to explain in the sense of what happened? And then also, did this little ball, what does this represent? What does this symbol right here represent? Did that exist in the world before she opened the box? I want you to think about that. All right. Then there's something else. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard about a comment that people made that says, like, make sure you don't open Pandora's box. Why would somebody say that? Like, that's something people say today. It's Pandora's box, don't open it. Why do you think that people would say that? We talked about it. We talked about back here that, man, if that was us, I mean, I did. I don't know what you said, but I talked about how I would have opened it. I would have wanted to know. But if somebody tells you don't open Pandora's box now after reading the story, what do you think that means? Why do you think they're telling you don't open Pandora's box? What does that expression mean? All right, you guys, and that is the end of the story of Prometheus and Pandora. So your homework questions are, let me find the little thing. 1, what does it mean when someone says don't open Pandora's box? What does that expression mean? And 2, what has this myth explained? And this is a 2-part. There's 2 answers here, right? This myth has explained 2 things. So I want both things in here. So these are your homework questions for today. All right. All right. Super fast lesson, super easy. I hope that, remember, if you need to go back and re-listen to something, you could totally rewind and do that. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.